What's going on YouTube? WestHobbiesRC. So today we are back with the long-awaited Mikado V8 update video. So in this video we are going to go over how to update your Mikado Vbar EVO to V8 software. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. So the first thing we need to go over is the V8 update. Now the V8 update is for the Vbar EVO. So you are going to need a Vbar EVO. The update is not in the transmitter. So you can use either the V-Control Touch and or the V-Control EVO or EVO Plus, because the update is in the FBL unit, and we are going to need to log into our VStabby account. So let's grab our computer and do that. So the first thing we're going to do is log into our VStabby account, and you're going to see here, this is just a couple Vbar EVOs on this account. So what we need to do is we need to minimize this out. Okay, so we're logged into our account, and when you log in, you can go down and you will go to where it says My Devices. You would click on Administration, and then you would click on My Devices, and this is going to show you a list of what you have on here. So you can see my 3 different Vbar EVOs on here and my V-Control Touch EVO. So now remember, this update is in the EVO itself. So I'm going to start with a bone fresh stock setup. So we got a brand new Vbar EVO here. So what we need to do is we need to power up our EVO through the USB-C, and we're just going to take a separate power source and we are going to power up with a 6-volt battery. You're going to see our EVO come alive. The computer registered it. So now we are going to exit out of this, and we want to come down to V-Control Manager. Click on this, and you're going to see this come up. Let it do its thing. It's going to tell you the firmware is okay. It's updating, Vbar disconnected. Now you're going to power down, power back up. Okay? And then come back up to administration or applications here. We're going to click on applications, and it's going to load up this account or this page. It's still in the VStabby. Now it's going to say right here, it's big letters, register here. It's very important that your Vbar EVO is registered to your account. So we're going to click register. Okay. So now it is going to register. And then we are going to minimize back out. Vbar EVO Pro Link applications. So now it is registered. So now what is important is we're going to go down, and we're going to go to where it shows Vbar EVO V8. So we want to load this app, okay? So we're going to Vbar EVO load. We can load because we have rescue on this one, so we'll load it. But let's load our V8. It's going to say update. We're going to click this guy. Go back to our manager. It's going to say device disconnected. Again, power down, power back up. It's going to say device found. This little pop-up is annoying. It's going to say that it is current. We're going to minimize this guy back out. So now now we're going to hit, it's going to say okay. So now that's okay. And now we're going to come down to the Pro or the Rescue, since we have Rescue, and we're going to load that one. Do the same thing. We're going to click this little guy right here. Go back to our manager. It says disconnected. Unplug. Plug it back in. This I need to turn off. So now it's going to show that V8 EVO is currently loaded. So now this is going to say okay. So now our Vbar EVO itself is done, so we can exit out of all this, power down, and now we need to power up our radio. So now one important thing to remember is go to your transmitter setup, go to shop, come down to system, and we want to make sure that our auto install notification is active. So make sure that is active. Now let's load V8. So now when you power up your radio and your model for the first time, this is what you're going to see. Conversion to V8. So we're going to come down. Now this is on a setup model. I want to show you that it doesn't erase your model settings at all. It will erase your like pre-done, gain settings and stuff because of the way it is, but it won't erase the full model settings. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down to convert to V8. So now in converting to V8, you're going to see the first thing is the reset tools for V8 settings. So you're going to see basic setup for normal flying. You're going to see basic setup for sport 3D flying, basic setup for 3D pro flying, and basic setup for scale flying. So we're going to come down, we're going to do sport 3D. We're going to click this guy right here. It's going to say reset. We're going to click yes. So now it's going to send the data and it's going to reset the model. So we're going to let it do its thing. And done. Now we are updated to V8. So we can swipe over, we can come over to model status. We should see Vbar EVO Pro 8.1.6. So that is all the same. Now, this menu looks identical. Nothing looks different. What has changed? Swipe up. This is what looks different here. So now let's get into what all has changed. So now let's get into V8. V8 is countless months of Mikado and the team designing a brand new software, something completely different, something that has changed, better signal redundancy, better settings, a lot better tail response. Direct connect feel is incredible. I've been flying V8 for about a month now before the release date, got a bunch of flights on it, and I could tell you on the same model from V7 to V8 that the version 8, the tail response is better, the cyclic response is better, the direct connect of your sticks, so much better. So now, when we come down to this page here, this is going to be your original. Down here you had your settings. So now your bank 1, 2, and 3 is going to be on your left. So this is your RPM. So you have 16, 18, 2000. Of course, you touch it one time. You can set it to whatever you want it to. You touch it again. You can go however you want to go. So say in bank 1, we want to run 1500. Bank 2, we want 1780. Bank 3, we want 2260, right? Now you push and hold the little dot buttons here. And this is going to reset the tool settings. So one thing with V8 is they gave you a reset. So when you mess around, which we'll explain in a minute, but you can mess around with settings, and if you don't like it, you can reset it. But if you touch this one time, this is going to go back to the first step where you would select your basic setup, sport, pro, scale, etc. So you do that. Now, main rotor. So if you notice how this little box here, as you flip the banks, Bank 3. You'll see that move, okay? Oh, sorry. Bank 1. So, main rotor you have is agility, control response, and gain on the main page. And then on tail, you have rate, control response, and gain. Bank 3. Bank 1. So your agility is, of course, your agility. That's how fast the model responds. And you know, your flip rate and your response rate. Control response is directed with agility. So you can go aggressive, you can go soft, you can go normal. You have everyone you do is different, so we can put it to whatever we want. And of course, gain is the overall gain of the main rotor, and tail is the same way. So if you push in the little three dots at the top, we get our stick value. So you have your exponential, you have your agility, your stick direct, your control response, and then your control loops. So for agility, again, it's how fast the model responds. Stick direct is correlated within 50%. So if you click on the little question mark, you can come down to stick direct, and that is the ratio value from the stick input, which is directly sent to the rotor system, usually half of agility. So if you're running 100% agility or 100 agility, you run 50 stick direct. Now you can play with that up or down. And then control response is the characteristics to stick input signals. Start with 30 to 35. I found 35 to be okay for my style flying. And then you have your control loops. So again, when you're going through these menus, if you don't know what something does, just click the little question mark, find what you're looking for. We want gain. We can see here, the slider adjusts the gain of aileron, elevator, gyro. Collective balance. Now on speed machines, this collective balance is very, very important. We run run it at 10 for 18 degrees. Now stop support is also a very nice thing too. That's how fast the model stops in certain maneuvers. And then main rotor reset. So say we come in here and we start playing. We want 29 expo. We want stick direct up at 70. And we want our eye gain to 80. And we're tuning and we're playing. But now the model feels like crap. It doesn't fly right. So what do? You can come down to reset all parameters. So we're going to go back to Sport 3D, reset. It gives us a fresh start right back to the way it was before we started screwing with everything. Really, really cool feature. Now again, as you flip through bank 2, bank 3, same thing. Your slider moves over, and then your auto rotation is on the right. AR's auto rotation. So now extended values. So push and hold the extended value, and this is going to give you into more parts of the control loop. So you have lightness. Now, if you guys don't know what lightness is, that is you add values in lightness when you say you're doing an elevator flip, just a basic flip on itself, pulling back on the stick. It's going to add positive and negative, kind of like an anti-gravity. So you can play with that. I like mine around 5-ish. Now, shiver filter is also a very cool feature that is in the Evo. Shiver filters is basically when you come down here. So you know how on certain helicopters, you have certain helicopters that kind of bounce up and down, or they shake at certain RPMs, and we would call it a resonance vibration. So we would go up or down 50 RPM to get rid of that resonancy, right? Well, the shiver filter does that now. So with rigid head tends to create a frequency area, and you can see and feel a jitter effect. They're calling it a jitter, but like a shake and a shimmy. With this filter, you can damper down the response frequency to get higher gain values. So super, super cool thing to play with. I've been playing with that a lot on my Puma, and it has helped tremendously. And then pre-compensation for elevator on quick climb outs, you get a hover. If the nose lifts, you can adjust that. Standard value is 0. I think I've adjusted it on one helicopter. And again, now say we're messing with these, we come out here and we want to try 15, we want to try 22, we want to try 7, and we're like, oh, wait a minute. Helicopter flies terrible now. Come down here, reset expert, and done. It's going to reset it back to that stock gain values that it came with, especially with the shiver filter. So again, if you don't know anything on the setup, click the question mark, and it is going to tell you right here, I is a standard value to scale and start and landing. Not quite sure what the eye discharge does, but that was added for the scale guys. So that was specifically added for them. Now, tail rotor. So we're going to get out of main rotor. We're going to click tail rotor. So now your tail rotor is going to be basically the same as it was before, with some exceptions. So they really focused on tail stops and overall tail performance on the EVO V8 software. So we have rotation rate, exponential, control response, and again, control response is going to be the same thing. It is the characteristic to stick input signals start with approximately 30. This value affects direct acceleration or deceleration of the rotor, so your left and your right, and you're going to start with that. Anything you don't know, always click the question mark and just go through the menus. So you can go through. So it's an awesome thing there to have. You have your gain, your P, your I, your tail wag suppression, cyclic and collective pre-comp values, tail rotor reset again. If you mess up, you could just go right back and reset it right back to the factory settings. Now extended. Okay, so we're going to click in or click extended. Now you have your I limiter, your I discharge, your differential, stop, A, and outputs here. So again, we're going to click on this, and we are going to start going. Differential is the fastest part of the loop. The rate used to speed up weak tails, 5 to 20. Stop, I and B. Awesome different settings on the tail itself. And again, like anything, you can reset expert, hit yes, and it will bring you right back to the factory default settings. So there is no more going back. So that is a new step into the V8 itself. Everything else is the same. So when we go to model setup, we edit model setup, it's all going to look the exact same as it did before. So tail servo, now we have a wide variety of different setups for tail. Governor output, it's going to look the same. Your clockwise rotation, everything else is the exact same. So the main difference is the preset settings and the control loop of the V8 software itself. And I can tell you from the mini flights, it feels amazing. So I hope that was helpful. That is how you convert to the all-new Mikado V8 software. So I hope you guys are getting some flights in. Check out the new software. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Give a huge shout out to Mikado and Mikado USA, so check them out. It will be linked in the description below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Take care, and have a great day.